Welcome back. You're watching News Tonight. Now, the BlackBerry crisis is looming large, with the government taking a tough stand and threatening research in motion, the makers of BlackBerry, with a ban starting from the 31st of August. Now, what factors have contributed to the problem, and what's in store for all those who use BlackBerry? What options are there in front of you if the services do in fact get disrupted? NDTV Hindu seeks the answers.
Well, now the BlackBerry has been in the thick of storm, with the Government of India today announcing a ban on emailing and messaging services from the BlackBerry instrument. So that's the biggest development that we have seen from the past few months. Now, what this basically means is it essentially puts RIM research in motion in direct opposition to Government of India. So it's RIM versus Government of India. Now, the main bone of contention here, what it boils down to is access to information. Now, what a smartphone instrument, a BlackBerry instrument, what it essentially does is that it collects the information, it encodes the information, then passes it on to the relevant server, which happens to be enterprise servers, which are overseas. Right? The information now gets transferred to the recipient, which again has a product key, and based upon that, it decodes the information and then allows for display. So means of communication which can be used by anti-national elements is a major concern now. So that is the area that India has been pressing at. Just before India, Saudi Arabia, the likes of UAE, Lebanon, also had a similar tiff with the RIM, where they were demanding greater access to information. And the latest entry to this list is Indonesia, which too has expressed concern regarding the access to information and the possibility and the potential threat that it poses. And talking about impact here, talking about the deadline and the impact, August 31, come August 31st, if the ban is put in place, then we're staring at about 1 million users of BlackBerry phones who will be, the phones, the emailing services and the messenger services will be disabled, making those phones pretty much as good as any average phone, which would allow only two purposes. One would be to make calls. The second would be a simple function, which is to access the internet. So that will be the immediate impact. It will obviously disable corporate communication, mobile corporate communication to be specific.
Well, that's the BlackBerry dilemma simplified for you. Now, it seems there's more trouble headed for Suresh Kalmadi, the chairman of the Commonwealth Games Organizing Committee, this time in the form of a damning CAG report that directly indicts him and other top brass of the Games Federation. NDTV has learned that the report found irregularities in contract for the Games. The report names Mr. Kalmadi, the Commonwealth Games Federation's president, Mike Fennell, and its CEO, Mike Hooper, as well. The report cites a dubious procedure for selecting the consultant for the international broadcasting rights of the Games. The London-based Fast Track Sales Limited was chosen as the consultant just on the suggestion of Kalmadi, Fennell and Hooper. The report also questions the manner in which the sponsorship deal was struck, saying the procedures followed were dubious. 4 companies showed interest, but SMAM was awarded the deal on a platter. A new superbug has, in fact, well, a new superbug has been identified in patients in Britain that could make antibiotics redundant. British scientists warn this could lead to the global spread of some infections. This superbug, named the New Delhi Metallo 1, is being transferred from patients visiting Asia, particularly India and Pakistan, for surgeries and treatments. The superbug gene, which can be swapped between different bacteria to make them resistant to most drugs, has so far been identified in 37 people who returned to the UK after undergoing surgery in India and Pakistan. The threat is being seen as a global public health problem, and there are few suitable new antibiotics in development and none that are effective against NDM1. The Department of Health in Britain has already put out an alert on the issue. Madras Day approaches, and the NDTV Hindu family has been bringing you slices every day of our city that was once Madras. Here's to the heritage of our city. Well, tucked amidst the cluster of small shops, the Dabba Chetty Kadai on Kacheri Road in Mylapore is quite a famous landmark. This shop is a one-stop location for all herbal products. Our reporter Lokpriya profiles the shop that has solutions from everything, from dandruff to diabetes. Take a look.
Barely 15 by 20 feet, Dabba Chetty Kadai retains the same ambience as it had on the day it opened its doors for business in 1885. Every little thing is as old as the shop itself, be it the shelves that are used to store the herbs or the rosewood teak ladder. Started by Krishnaswamy Chetty, the business was later developed by his son Rajamannar Chetty and now is looked after by his great-grandson Badrinath. Badrinath says very few things have changed in the shop since its inception.
ஃபஸ்ட்டெல்லாம் வந்து இங்கே மணை போட்டேன்னு உடன் இது போட்டேன்னு அதில் உட்காந்துன்னு பண்ணுவாங்க. தராசு வந்து ஹேண்ட் ஸ்கேலாக இருந்தது. முன்னாடியெல்லாம் காகிதத்தில் பொட்டலம் கட்டி கொடுத்துன்னு இருந்தோம். கயிறு கட்டி கையில் போட்டு கொடுப்போம். வேறு இப்போ வந்து பிளாஸ்டிக் கவர்ஸில் பேக் பண்ணி கொடுத்துட்றோம். வர்றவங்களும் இப்போ அது நிறைய லைக் பண்ணுறாங்க.
These little dabbas store over 500 medicinal herbs. Sourced from the neighboring states of Kerala and Andhra Pradesh, these herbs are mixed and made available to the customers in a powdered form. The Deepavali Lehyam and the postnatal Lehyam sell like hotcakes. The shop has many patrons who swear by it.
மருந்து கடை, நாட்டு மருந்து கடைன்னு டப்பா செட்டி கடை தான் எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும்.
ஒரு 20 வருஷமாக வந்துட்டுருக்கேன். விற்கிற மெடிசின்ஸ்லாம் சித்தா மெடிசன் ஒரு ஆயுர்வேதிக் ரொம்ப குவாலிட்டி வைஸ் எல்லாமே நல்லா இருக்கும். அண்ட் ப்ரைஸ் ஆல்சோ எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு ரொம்ப ரீசனபிளாக இருக்கும். எஸ், சாட்டிஸ்ஃபைட் அண்ட் வில் கண்டினியூ டு கம்.
Apart from medicines, the shop offers herbal beauty care products for women as well, like shikakai powder, sembarati thailam and face packs. With no formal training, Badrinath is known for his knowledge of ailments through his vast experience and that of his generation's expertise on preparing medicines.
With more than 120 years of existence, the Dabba Chetty Kadai is a significant torchbearer of the saying, old is gold. Deep-rooted like the banyan tree, wellness here takes a precedent over business. In Chennai, Lok Priya for NDTV Hindu.
Well, we're going to be getting you more of this every day. Now, these are men who can create even Miami within Mini Mills or in America within an EVM studio. Art directors, particularly in the Tamil film industry, have won laurels for being among the best in the country. But there's a threat of life to quality art direction, and that, according to top art directors like Rajivan Nambiar, can only survive if there were more institutes to offer good courses of film art direction. And NDTV Hindu exclusive.
The famous wood house in a lake where Surya and Jyotika spend time together in Kaka Kaka. The best of people guess this could be in a serene location in Kerala or Puducherry. This actually was a simple lake in Sri Lanka where a house was erected, and trust Rajivan to make it look as real and beautiful. Rajivan says, the fact that there are not too many art directors is a sign that film industry is not in the pink of health.
There's no proper art direction course in our country. A lot of people learn interior designing to come into art direction, or they come from arts and crafts college where they teach painting, sculpture and other things. But I don't think that adds to art direction.
So far, there are only 2 institutes in the country which specialize in art direction, even that is not completely film related.
I think our government or somebody should be interested to take an initiative to bring a course into this. I think we should have more people doing this as a profession itself.
Little wonder then that most film crews are travelling abroad for exotic locations. In Chennai with Lalit Jude, Divya Kumar for NDTV Hindu.
Well, time for a special segment, Writing on the Wall with Divya Kumar.
On Writing on the Wall today, we have 2 status updates, and the first one might not just be what you expected from me. Anyway, let's take a look at the status updates. Shraddha Mohan says, wants to live in a simple world without complex carbs. And Moti Jain adds on another comment, always love your neighbor, but never get caught. Those were 2 good tips from Shraddha and Moti. Keep sending in your entries to feedback@ndtv-hindu.com. Also write on our Facebook wall.
Well, that's a wrap on this bulletin. News and updates continue. Stay with us.